Ladies and gentlemen, spearheading one of the most dominant world leader in steel and iron, and being at the helm of his operations, we are honored to have amongst us Mr. Dilip Oommen, Chief Executive Officer, Arcelor Mittal Nippon Steel. And on the outset, I would really request him to kindly share his thoughts and also enlighten us with his pearls of wisdom. Request him for his keynote address, Mr. Dilip Oommen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members on the dais and off the dais. You know, it's good that someone has realized in India, instead of being volume driven all the time, it is time that we start focusing on technology. It's not that we have not been focusing on technology, but to have a conference that is focusing on technology, I think it's in the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first public event from Arcelor Mittal Nippon Steel, India. As all of you are aware, SR Steel was taken over by Arcelor Mittal and Nippon Steel. ArcelorMittal happens to be the largest steel producer in the world. You heard Monica say that. With cutting edge technology, world-class products, they determine, they are the benchmark for the quality of products. And in all areas, whether it's automobile, whether it's appliance, whether it's construction, whether engineering, they are there in all the applications. And then you have Nippon, another world-class steelmaker, third largest in the world. And all of you are aware what Nippon, how the Japanese call it, what Japanese quality stands for. And they are certainly the best available in Japan. What does it do for India? Between ArcelorMittal and Nippon Steel, it accounts for close to 10% of world steel production. And with the expertise, with the technology that ArcelorMittal and Nippon Steel brings in, with a wonderful team that AMNS has, I'm sure it's going to change the landscape of the steel industry in India. This conference is quite apt, keeping in mind that there is a vision of reaching 300 million tons by 2030. Certainly, it cannot be in terms of volume alone. There has to be a quantum jump in the technology, in the incorporation of technology. We just cannot ramp up volumes without being efficient, without being comparable with the rest in the world. And we have to incorporate technology in all aspects of the business. Whether it's not only production, whether it's R&D, whether it's production, whether it is finance, whether it's marketing, whether it's logistics, whether it's supply chain, everywhere technology is going to be a key component. And what it does is it improves the efficiency in all aspects of business. We have seen the importance of what VVSE has taken up very strongly, the circular economy. The 4 R's reduce, reuse, remanufacture, and recycle. We have to be responsible to the environment, at least if not for us, for our future generations. It not only preserves the environment, but it reduces the cost, it increases efficiency, and you will be globally competitive. Examples are many. Use of technology improves efficiency and productivity. It improves the energy efficiency. It helps you to be globally competitive. Sometimes I think to myself, why can't we have zero defect in steel? Yes, as of now, some are much better, some are worse, but why can't we have a concept of zero defect in steel? What it does to the supplier, it reduces his cost, there is no wastage, there is no reworking, the yields go up, the quality goes up, the reproducibility goes up. What does it do to the customer? He gets a consistent product. His line, there is no interruption in his line. His efficiency goes up. So what you see is, overall, there is an improvement of productivity, there is an improvement of efficiency, there is an improvement of cost reduction, not only for the supplier, but also for the customers, for all. And eventually, who will benefit from this are the investors, the stakeholders. And with this, we have to embrace the technology of zero waste, whether it is in steel or whether it is byproducts. All the byproducts that the steel industry generates today will have to find an end use, a good optimum end use, not like using it for landfill. And there is no reason why, with the technology that is available and with the way that technology is improving, we are not in a position to do that. I remember, we are working on building a road. It's about 1.5 kilometers. We are using major component of byproducts. What I find is it's not only reducing cost, but we believe that it'll be a high quality road, which we want to showcase and show it to the rest of India. CRRI is involved, and we also hope to bring in the technologists from Arcelor, Mittal and Nippon to see what improvements we can do, so that in future, especially for the roads around the steel plants, we use these byproducts instead of being saddled with the enormous task of finding ways and means of evacuating the huge storage spaces that are occupied today. The customer needs are changing ever so fast. The customers are more and more demanding. Their requirements are more and more stringent. They want stronger steels. They want lighter steels. They do not want any interruption in their lines. They want high yields. They do not like to have quality problems. How can we do that? This can only and only happen if we use technology. We cannot afford to have manual intervention all the time and make high quality steels sustainably. Somewhere it will fail. So using artificial intelligence, using IT, using mechanizing as much as possible, automating the systems, so that if once you have produced a good quality steel, there is no reason why it cannot be done all the time, how it cannot be made repeatable all the time. Another key aspect is the raw materials are getting scarcer and scarcer. I mean, a classic example is the problem that's going on in Orissa. With the auction coming up in March 2020 of a large number of mines, availability has come down, the prices have spiraled. This is just a glimpse. We have to find ways and means of using lower grade materials, beneficiating them, whether it's iron ore, whether it's coal, whether it is scrap. We have to make use of materials that are not prime. We have to turn it into prime and use it. Like low grade ore, beneficiate it, reduce the silica, reduce the alumina, and use it for the process. Transportation of materials. Today, we transport by way of rakes, by trucks. It's so inefficient. And you drop yields because so much of either you lose material by way of theft or it drops all along the way. Why not have slurry pipelines? This is one technology that, I'm happy to see that a lot of steel manufacturers have started adopting slurry pipelines. More efficient, reduces the cost. Where it is 1,000 rupees, it will take only 120 rupees and no wastage. One more aspect that I have to say is, not only in India but globally, especially in European countries, you will see that the steel industry does not attract the best of talent for themselves, especially engineers. They want to join some tech-savvy industry. We have to turn that around. In today's contest of technology, the curriculum has to change. We cannot have straightforward mechanical engineers or metallurgical engineers coming with some theoretical knowledge. They have to know how to apply them in the industry. It should be a combination of mechanical, it should be a combination of metallurgy, it should be a combination of IT. It must be a combination of robotics. Let me give you an example. Extractive metallurgy. It's no good saying that, this is the way how you extract metal. But what has to be taught is, how do you do it efficiently? How do you do it at a low cost? How do we do it in a way that gives the highest yield? And when the students see that the steel plants are no more brick and mortar industry that we are all, at least in yesteryears, we all thought steel plant as a brick and mortar industry. It has to be tech savvy. It has to be technology driven. Each one of them sees themselves contributing in a big way maybe through software, maybe through modeling, maybe through automation, how you are able to reproduce the same quality of steels again and again and again. Do we have a choice? Adopting technology or not adopting technology is no more a choice. Sorry to say, if there are organizations that think that they can avoid incorporating technology, they will keep on doing what they have been doing for the past years. It will fail. Such organizations will become like Kodak or Nokia. Do we want to be like Kodak, Nokia, or do we want to be like Apple? Nokia or Apple? Answer is in unison Apple. We have to reinvent ourselves to remain relevant. I trust that in the future sessions we will hear a lot about the technologies that can come into India, how technology, even like JSPL, the way they have syngas technology, I really appreciate. The costs will come down and it will become applicable. They'll find a replacement for natural gas. In fact, to this end, I invited a colleague of mine, Dr. Pinakin from Arcelor Mittal. He is in one of the coming sessions. He will talk about what India can expect by way of steels, how the bringing in the latest technology from outside India, how things can, what the customers can expect in India, how it's going to change the landscape of the Indian steel industry. Thank you very much. I really hope that all of you have an eventful day today. Thank you very much.